Dajahao, my name is Garrick. Welcome back to Taiwan, Lao Wai. And good God, the wind has picked up in the time since we've been inside. It's gonna be a chilly night, folks. Alright, so we're getting close to the end of our second day in Taichung. Still up north, still got a few more sights to see before we head back to the hotel. As you can tell by the sky, it's just starting to be dusk, so hopefully we will get a chance to catch the sunset as well. As long as it's not too cloudy, which very well might be, we will see. For now, though, adventure awaits. Let's keep going. Folks, we got one last temple for the road. This is Taichung's Guangtian Temple. I assume it worships the god Guangtian. Don't know who that is, but I will pay my respects to them. Most temples are not open as late as this. They close down at 5 or 6. This one stays open until 8 in the evening or so. Very much appreciated. That was a nice little temple. Not too much to say about it, but I will never regret checking places like that out. God, the wind is picking up so much. Oh, no! Yeah, screw it. It's officially time for the hood to pop up. Swear to God, it was summer just a few hours ago. So, for our next location, we actually have to head back south a little. I was so eager for dinner that I passed by one of the stops on the way. Thankfully, it is also open late, and I think it'll give us a lot more to chew on than just that temple. I worry about riding a bike in weather like this because it's gonna make it just really cold. Actually, you know what? Screw the bike. The place is close. We can take our time walking through this lovely little park. We will brave the bike another time. Looks like some sort of library in there as well. Wonder if it's more of a children's library or a everybody library. We'll have to do some research. So according to Google Maps, this is a public library. It's the Xing'an branch of the Taichung Public Library. Not sure where the main branch would be, but it's nice that they have a little outlet up here. Perhaps we can look that up if we have another time one of these days. For now, though, we are on a mission. Little rock climbing paths are really cool. You can just like walk up the sheer steps and be among these very interesting boulders. You really never know what'll crop up in just tiny little parks you find in the city. I love it. Oui, nous sommes arrivés. This swanky-looking building over here is the Yide Mansion. It's a historical site. I don't know what about. I assume we will find out once we go inside. I'm noticing a lot of old brickwork in Taichung. Like, specifically in this city, a lot of the older heritage buildings are brick-based. I guess there was some of that in Tainan as well. Maybe that's just the style for old heritage buildings. A lot of them were made with brick or something.
Many hours later.
Okay, Jesus, that entrance took way too long to find. The entrance is on the east side, if you're wondering, so make sure to look there when you come. Man, there's a lot of restaurant space in here. I wonder if it's like a normal restaurant or if it's some sort of banquet hall that you reserve for special occasions. Alright, well, I couldn't leave the gift shop without getting a little something, you know? Yes, I know it's still cold outside, don't worry. It's an investment for the summer. It's a 200 NTD investment for the summer, just you wait. Yeah, it really does seem like this is mostly a collection of eating places, cafes, banquet halls, tea shops, that sort of thing. It's kind of a neat concept, running some kind of a restaurant out of a historic building like this. Perhaps if I was hungrier, I'd stop in and see what it's all about, but I think I want to save my appetite for food that might come somewhere else down the line. For now, though, it looks like we got some gardens to explore, so let's give those a look. Fun little diversion. I didn't expect so many food places in a historical building like that. So be aware this place closes at 6 o'clock most nights. On the weekend it stays open until 7. I thought it stayed open until 8, but apparently Google Maps is lying to me. The signage at the place itself said otherwise, so be aware of that. Now, as you can probably tell by the sky, it is officially nighttime now. It was too cloudy to see the sunset, sadly. Hopefully one of these days. But now that it's night, we have a very special site that I want to check out. And this one we will need to hop on a bike for. It's a little too far to go by foot. Hopefully I don't freeze to death in the process. Well, fingers crossed. If you see this video, I did not get frostbite. I say I'm gonna get frostbite. It's in the 60s. It is not that cold. I'm making a big deal out of nothing. Whatever. Sights await, bikes await. Let's get going. So, do you remember yesterday I said that Taichung doesn't really have a lot of skyscrapers like Taipei, that the buildings are all a lot shorter? Well, it appears we have found the part of the city where that is no longer true. We're very far northeast by now. Another 15 minutes of biking east and we'll just end up in the mountains. Which is interesting because you'd think a city would put its taller buildings away from the mountains, since the mountains are already so tall. But no, Taichung saved its own mountains to butt up against the actual mountains, I suppose. He thinks they compensated for something a little bit. Please do not ask me where that accent came from. I cannot give you an answer. Anyways, if you peer your eyes up ahead, you should be able to see the glowing blue lights of the Haitian Bridge. There is a big river running north to south that separates Taichung's main body from its easternmost point. Might be connected to those smaller waterways we visited yesterday. But what's important for our purposes is that the Haitian Bridge is the most popular way to cross that river because it lights up in beautiful colors every night. This easternmost part of the city is not an area we're going to spend too much time in during this trip. perhaps save it for another one. But I at least wanted to cross this bridge and give us all a sight of what that's like. So let's go give it a look. Alright, now this definitely feels a lot more like Taipei, or even the busier parts of Taiwan. It's almost nostalgic. Alright, so I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time in this area. We're definitely in the more residential part of the city where people just live to go to work. And there's not as much to do, there's not as much to see, the restaurants don't look as interesting either, but it's nice to know that this place exists regardless. So I'm probably gonna walk around for a little more. If I see anything else interesting, I'll put it on video for you. But after that, I'm probably just gonna grab a bike, head back to the part of the city that's more exciting, and maybe see if we can find one more bite to eat over there. Cheers. And now I'm just realizing I left my fan in the bike basket. Wonderful. Well, whoever rents that bike next and sees the fan in the basket, I hope you enjoy it. You know what? Here's the deal. I'm actually not too hungry right now. I'm getting very tired. I would like to crash back at home for a bit. And it just so happens that we are right next to the train station up here. So we're just gonna take the train back to the hotel. We're gonna rest there a bit, and then we're gonna head out with my phone a bit more recharged to find some later night eats. I think that sounds like a pretty decent compromise, don't you? I'm not sure if I should call this video here or not. We'll figure it out in the edit. But in case this is goodbye for now, thank you once again for joining me at Taiwan Lao Wai. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell, share with your friends, all that good stuff. And as always, I will see you next time. 再见. Bye bye.